Hello, welcome to Clark Technologies. This is third video of our HTTPS video series playlist, and this is the video. Actually, we are going to do the demo for one-way SSL and two-way SSL. Okay, if you have missed our previous two videos where we have explained everything from scratch, what is a SSL, TLS, and HTTPS, and private keys, public key architecture, public key infrastructure, and encryption, and more. We have explained everything from scratch in our previous two videos, theoretical part. If you have missed those videos, just watch them first. I strongly recommend you to watch those two videos first before coming into the actual implementation and the demo of the one-way SSL and implementing a HTTPS service in MuleSoft. Okay, so in this video, we will see how we can implement HTTPS service by generating all the key stores, trust stores, and everything step by step by using keytool command from scratch. Okay, so if you are visiting our channel for the first time, please share, subscribe, and like our videos, and please do follow us for more video tutorials. Okay, let's get started. So as we have seen in our previous two videos, in order to implement this one-way SSL or two-way SSL, we need the keys, the private key, public key, key store, trust store, everything, and certificate in, majorly. So we need all these things to implement one-way SSL and two-way SSL. Right? In this video, first we will see what is one-way SSL. So in one-way SSL, as we have already discussed in our previous videos, one-way SSL will need server key store and client trust store. It means server need to be authenticated. We no need to authenticate client as it is one-way SSL. We need to authenticate only server. It means we should have server public key, private key, and server certificate, which will be added as a client trust store. Okay, so let's see how we can generate all these things one by one. Before that, I have actually already created some projects, I mean the sample projects where we can explain everything. So I'll just show you each and every step here of the configuration, and I'll tell you how we can do by your own. Okay, and one more thing, why? Because please check the Java version and Anypoint Studio version in your laptop before you are implementing this, because that is why I have uploaded this video very lately, because I have faced a lot of issues. To demonstrate this, I have installed a new version of Java, which is Java 11, OpenJDK 11, but that is unfortunately not compatible to generate the key tools and all. So that is why it took 2 days for me to find out the root cause. I thought it was Studio issue initially, but that was actually the Java latest version issue to generate these key stores and all. So just remember that you can just try with latest version. If you have faced any issues regarding SSL handshake or key stores and all, just go back to Java 8.151 version and install it. Then you are good to go. Okay. Okay, let's get started. I'll show you a couple of commands where we can, by using which we can generate the key store, trust store, and the public key, private key, everything. And we have two different types of key stores and trust stores. One is JKS files, and another one is PKCS12. And most probably nowadays PKCS12 files are the preferable one as per the industry standards, but it depends. It depends on your project requirement, or it depends on your client requirement. So I'll show you both the commands, and I'll provide these two different commands in our description box. But before that, I'll just try to explain you what I have done so far, and I will tell you how you can use PKCS12 commands and JKS commands to establish one-way SSL and two-way SSL. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first let's discuss this PKCS12 type of commands, which are the most preferably used by, I mean, as per industry standards nowadays. So this is the first command, which is key tool commands. As we have already installed the Java key tool command, we can directly run it. Okay, so key tool, gen key means generate key, alias means the alternative name. Just I have mentioned Clark server, you can modify it as per your requirement. You can change this name. And key ALG means key algorithm. By default we need to use RSA algorithm, and we have different algorithms as well, but in general they will use RSA algorithm. Then hyphen key store, This is the keyword you no need to change. And server hyphen keystore dot pfx extension you should not change, but the server keystore is the file name where actually the server side of a keystore will change. You can rename it as per your requirement. You can change this name and alias name. The remaining name you can just keep it as it is. And this is store type. It means JKS or PKCS12, the type you can mention here, as these are the PKCS12 files I am going to generate, so I have mentioned here. And hyphen store pass, this is the password. You can send the password like this in a command as directly, or else if you can skip this part of code command as well, that is also work, because once you enter this command till here, it will ask you for the password in the next step. Instead of wasting that time, we can directly pass the password as well directly in the command itself. So this is one way. And then by to generate JKS files and all, I will show you the another way. Okay, so this is the first command to generate the server key store. First we are going to generate the server key store. Key store means it will have public key, private key both, as we discussed earlier. So then from that key store we need to we need to extract the public key of server, public certificate of server. We need to first extract from them, and then we need to add that certificate to client trust store. Client trust store will contain server public certificate, right? So just that's why, if you have any confusion here, if you have any misunderstandings here, just watch our previous videos, because there I have explained everything, what is client trust store and key store, everything. So before going into this video, just watch them first. Okay, so we should generate server key store, and then we need to get the certificate, server certificate, public key from that key store, and then we need to add that certificate to client trust store. These are the three steps we need to generate. Okay, so to do that we have all these commands. So let's first generate the server key store, but before that I have created one folder here into e directory, Clart SSL demo. In this also I would like to create one more folder, just to differentiate two different methods we are going to follow, pkcs files I can say. Okay, so inside this I am going to generate the command. So you can just click here and enter, type cmd and click enter. It will take you through the command prompt, and now you can directly run the command. Okay, just copy this command. Yeah, now copy paste this first command to generate the server key store. It will ask you a couple of questions and you can give any answers you want. Just your first name, last name. There is no validation for this question, so you can give any answers. Okay, so for now I'm giving Clart for everything. And one more thing I would like to specify, as this is our practice purpose and our demo purpose, we are creating this client store and trust store, everything in our same system. In general, client will be there in any other server and server will be there in another system. So they will generate their key store and trust store by using their standards and all. So yes, this is our practice purpose. We are creating client details and server details, everything in our own laptop, and we are going to practice with this trust store and key store. So remember this thing, in real time project, we are not going to generate anything by our own. We will get this key store, trust store details and password, everything from your project client or any operational team of that particular project. Okay. Right, now if you can observe, key store might be generated. See, server key store is generated under this folder. Now you can just take the second command, which will be export the public certificate from this key store. See, key tool, export. Export means it will extract the public certificate, public key from the key store file which we have created earlier. This is the key store file. We need to mention that same file here, and this is the certificate file name. It means like from this file it will extract the public key details and it will store the details into this file, dot certificate file. So you can give any name for this certificate file name, but this alias name should match. This alias name, this alias name should match, and remaining all are the commands. And you can give the file name which you have created here. The same name you need to give here, because from this file only it will extract the public certificate. Okay, so let's copy this command. Let's try to execute this. It will ask you for a password. You can give the same password which you have given in a previous command. See, certificate stored in this particular file. Now if you can go to folder structure, server certificate is getting created. Now we need to add the certificate to client trust store. Okay, because client will identify this certificate and the client will validate this certificate in order to continue the SSL handshake. Client will initiate the handshake, but once the SSL handshake initiated, server will send server's client certificates to client, right? If you remember in our previous videos. So in that way we need to add this certificate. Now we have extracted this certificate from this key store. We need to add the server certificate to client trust store. So that is the next command. Okay, so this one, see, this is the client certificate, and this is for server trust store. Okay, and in the same way you need to add the server certificate to client trust store. Okay, so here this is the command to generate the client trust store, where you need to actually import your server certificate to your client trust store. So let's execute all these commands one by one. These will create actually client trust store as well as a client server trust store and everything. Okay, this command is to generate server trust store. It will ask you again for another name. You can give any value. It won't validate. Just for the country safe said, you can give India. Oh my god, what happened to my keyboard? Okay, instead of this, let me close this and open another window. Some issue is there with my keyboard. I just copy paste the same thing. Finally you need to provide yes. Now it will create the server trust store, which means it will have client certificate in this. Okay, so let's create client trust store. And you don't need to generate all these things for one way one way SSL. For one way SSL only we need server key store and client trust store. I just wanted to show you how to generate PKCS files for all the one way and two way SSL. Then while we are discussing the two way SSL, I will explain you where to use these files clearly. Okay, right. Now let's copy another command. This will actually export the public certificate from the client trust store. Same password you can give. Now client certificate is also there. Now you need to take another command where we are going to add the client certificate to server trust store. Yes, now the certificate is getting added. That's it. Once you have executed all the commands, just verify. You need to have client trust store and client certificate, server key store, server trust store, and server certificate. We have not generated client key store here, but in 2 SSL we need to generate that as well. Now let's see how to configure all these things in your MuleSoft application to experience, to create a HTTPS service in MuleSoft. Okay, so in order to demonstrate that, I have created two applications. Just ignore this. I will close the other application. Let's wait. Yeah, so to demonstrate this, I have created two applications. One is server application, another one is client application. So in your real-time projects also you will have the same structure. You may be having this client and server both applications with you, or client application may be from another team or another country, another one. Server application will be yours as you are going to do the implementation. Okay, so in general way, the two different applications are going to communicate together through HTTPS service by enabling SSL TLS handshake. Okay, so that's why I have created two application. You might have find in another YouTube videos or any other tutorials, so they will explain client and server application both in a same MuleSoft project, but I would like to just explain you in real time scenario. So that is why I have created two different applications. And in your real time projects also, in API-led connectivity also, sometimes it may be required to establish a HTTPS service between experience layer to process layer to system layer. So in that way also this will be very useful for you to um, do that. Okay, so just I have created one server application. So let me show and explain you everything, because this will take much time if I have created everything in the video itself. So I just created while doing this PPT and all. So this I have just, it's a just normal new MuleSoft project file, new MuleSoft Mule project, and I named it as GLAT server application and PK12. And this is the actual flow. It's a simple flow which we have created. One HTTP listener, one data wave is there. So data wave is just to send you a response, and this is the listener where we are going to configure the TLS context configuration. And another thing we have to keep in mind that under this SRC main resources, just to expand this, you need to create one folder with any name, like a security or a keys or key stores or anything. You can give any name for this folder. Under the into this folder you need to copy paste that the required files: client trust store, server trust key store, server trust store, all the certificate files which you have created here by using the key tool commands. You need to just copy this from here. Just right click and copy. Okay, and come to your MuleSoft folder structure, right click on this main resource and create one folder, just a new folder. Okay, once this keys folder is getting created, then right click here and paste that files here. So that is how you can do these files, or else you can import these files from your system, like right click here and click on import, go to file system, and select the folder where your PFX files and certificate JKS files, anything is there, and you can just select that and you can add this to this folder. So in either way it will be useful, work for you. Okay, now coming to implementation, I have just given the response in the transform view. Just glad one way SSL is executed successfully, something like that. I'll just open it and show you. you no need to concentrate here, because in your real-time project the actual implementation will be the main business logic. But as per our demo for purpose, I have just created a standard static response, clat 1 way SSL successful. That's it. This is a static response for our practice purpose I have created. And just concentrate on this listener configuration. You can just drag and drop the HTTP listener from the palette, and here while configuring this connector configuration, you need to do the settings. See, for the first time, if you are drag and drop the HTTP listener, then click on plus sign, and you need to do the configurations here. As I have already created the configuration, I am going to edit this and I will show you. Okay, so in the protocol, as we are going to do the HTTPS service, please select HTTPS. By default it will be there HTTP, but select HTTPS and select the host as localhost. By default 0.0.0 will be there. You need to just select the localhost, and the port, it will be empty for you by default, or 8081 is there. But for HTTPS services, you always have to give port as 8082. That is a standard we need to follow. Okay, these three things you need to maintain here, and go to TLS. This is the main configuration which you are going to do for this SSL handshake. I have given it as a global reference, or you can do it inline. Okay, you can just select here. Sorry, you can just click here. You can just select edit inline, and you can provide the details here. Otherwise, you can select the global reference, which means this with the name of TLS context, it will create one connector like this. Like this, it will create. You need to just provide all the details under this key store. So as I have already created the global context, you need to just or else I can show you. You can just click on edit inline. Okay, I'll delete it later, no problem. So as this is one way SSL, you no need to configure trust store for server, and this is server application, so you no need to configure this part. For the server application, you need to configure only key store configuration part. So here the type you need to select PKCS 12, as we have generated certificates by using PKCS12 store type, right? If you have generated all the keys by using a JKS type, you need to select that. But we have generated PKCS12, right? So you need to select this one. And path you should mention like keys slash, I mean the folder name slash file name. So keys slash server keystore.pfx. You can mention like this, keys slash server keystore dot pfx. And alias, it's optional. You can mention the alias name as we have given the alias name as where it is. Yeah, alias name is clat server, right? You can mention the same name here, or you can ignore it, no problem. And the key password, you need to provide the same password while creating the files. You have given store password like clat123 here in my case, right? So you can give any password here, and you need to provide the same password here while configuring it. So here 123 clat 123, that's it. You can just test the connection and you can save it. Okay, and I will just cancel it because I have already added the TLS context. So I will just edit it and show you which I have configured. See, this is also same, but only the thing is like this is a global configuration instead of doing inline. The key store PKCS12 and the keys PFX. This is the password, the same password. I'll show you. Okay, click on OK. Just click on test connection once to test everything is configured correctly or not. If you see the test connection is successful, then you are good to go. Everything is you have configured and everything in a right way. Okay, so once we got this test connection is successful message, then that is fine. Now I'll show you how to configure the client application. Okay, let's wait. It will take at least 1 minute. So let's wait. Then we will continue. So test connection is successful. Just click on OK. Right now we have done the server application. Let's see client application. What is a client application means? That is the application that will actually invoke your server application. So between these two applications, you need to establish the SSL connection. So that is why server application needs key store. Key store means it has its private key, right? So it will have its own private key, but client application should have server certificate in order to trust the SSL communication. Okay, so client application is also the normal MuleSoft project, and in the same way we have created a keys folder and created copied this trust store and all. Okay, now the application, here you will have one HTTP listener. It's a normal HTTP listener. I mean, we no need to do HTTPS configuration for this, because this is a normal listener. By using browser or any other testing tool, we are going to test this application. So you don't need to invoke, you don't need to configure any HTTPS here. It's a normal HTTP 8081. So you don't need to do any changes here. But this is the request connector. HTTP request connector is there now. Just drag and drop it. And this request connector, we are going to configure the details of your server application. So your server application has 8082 port, 8 and HTTPS localhost, and the path is, so the path is one way SSL test, right? You need to configure all these details for this request connector in order to invoke the server application. So drag and drop the HTTP request connector, and for the first time you need to just add this by creating the add button. Okay, and then you need to provide the protocol as HTTPS here, because we are going to invoke the HTTPS server application. Host localhost port 8082, and now come down. So here this is the TLS configuration. Select edit inline. Here you need to configure the trust store section. You no need to touch anything for key store configuration in one-way SSL. For two-way SSL, we need to configure everything. For one-way SSL, you no need to configure key store for client. You need to configure only trust store for client. Okay, so I'll glance it. I'll show you how I have given earlier. So see, this is the client trust store.pfx file which we have created earlier. We need to just mention that in path, folder name / the file name, and the password is same clat123, and type is pkcs12, and you can select this checkbox if you want to parse insecure requests also. But in real-time projects we no need to check this, because as we mentioned earlier, the certificate which we are going to create is the one which we have created by our own. So it will not send insecure request for your HTTPS website or your URL. So you need to select this one for our self practice purpose, but in real time projects you don't need to select that one. Okay, cancel it. So that's it. As these two are the two different applications, so you need to deploy these two applications together in order to test the handshake. So to do that, go to run configuration. But in other videos or any other tutorials, you will find these two flows in only one project, two flows. So you can just deploy that one project, that will be enough. But in our case, as I have shown you real-time scenario, like how two different applications are going to communicate, you need to deploy these two applications together. Okay, but in real time, if these two applications are deployed in Cloud Hub, then you no need to deploy these together. But now these two applications are in our local Independent Studio, so we need to deploy these two applications together. So to do that, go to Mule configurations, right? So I'll show you from starting point again. Click on any application, go to run as, click on run configurations, and here in general it will show you all the applications or all the projects which are open in your studio. So we have these two applications, clat client pk12, clat server pk12. So you need to select these two application and click on run. So it will deploy all the two applications at a time. To test this application, what you have to do, you need to have the client details. So client HTTP details. So localhost HTTP 8081 and your path is one way SSL test client. So because this is this is the client in which it internally it will invoke the server application. So you need to test by using this endpoint. Let's farm the endpoint in the meanwhile that application is going to deploy. Okay, so let's take any private browser, incognito window, I can say. Or else we can use any other browser. Yeah, so these two applications are deployed now. Let's test this quickly. As we have already framed the endpoint. So this is the client endpoint. Just click enter. Yeah, now you got the response. But here if you see the site information, your connection to this site isn't secure. Okay, because this is not the HTTPS protocol, because the client application it is HTTP protocol, but the certification is also not valid certificate. We have generated our self-signed certificate which is not from the CA authority, but in your real-time projects you will get the certificate details everything from the CA certificate authorities. So that will make you sense like to create the HTTPS service. Then you will find this connection is secure, just like the google.com which we have seen earlier. See, for this google.com, as this is a valid server and it will have the valid certificate, you will find this lock symbol and HTTPS protocol here, and once you click on this lock symbol also it will show you certification is valid and the connection is secure. But as we have generated our certificates by our own, our self-signed certificate which is not from the certificate authorities, you will not expect this connection is secure for your testing application. Hope this will clear to everyone. Okay, so now this is the response which we have created in our data view. So we have created one client application and server application. We can test in this way as well instead of creating both flows in the same application. So this is the response which we have configured and we got the same thing. And for the first time, if you didn't receive any response like this, it will show you one message, warning message like this is an insecure connection, you need to trust this, something like that, something message you will see. So in that way what you have to do, you need to just come here and which is the certificate which we have generated. We have generated a server certificate, right? So double click on this certificate. It will show you to install this certificate into your browser or in your local system. So the validity also like 12/1/2021 to 3/1/2022. You can just ignore this for your self-signed certificate, but in real-time certificate, the valid time is matters, right? So once you double click on your certificate, it will show you install certificate option. Just click on install certificate, select the current user and click next, and you can accept all the defaults. Just click on finish. It will import the certificate to your system or in your browser. Like this certificate import wizard, import was successful. So now you are good to test your application. As I have done this step earlier, it is not showing me for the second time. For your first time testing, it will ask you for the, I mean, it will show you some error in your browser, so that you need to install the certificate first before testing it. Then you are good to go for end-to-end testing. Right, I hope you will get benefit from this video. This one way SSL is very useful for you to apply in your real-time projects, or else API-led connectivity, HTTPS service, anything. So we will see the two-way SSL part in our next video. Please subscribe our channel, like, share our videos for more video tutorials. Thank you.